Hello. So today I want to talk about YouTube automation, which is the process of automating video making and upload in YouTube. So I've been trying to, experiment with tools on YouTube, AI tools that you can use to make videos, faceless videos, and upload in YouTube by automating it. So I started by playing around with Gemini for the scripts that I'm using for the video. Then I went on to use for the let's Spotify 11 Labs. I use 11 Labs for the voiceover. Well, 11 Labs voiceover is not entirely free, so I decided to switch to a free voiceover like Coqui TTS. So the whole thing, at the end of the day, I decided to move to Python because the Coqui TTS was running locally on my system. So that was how I ended up using Python to automate video making for YouTube instead of anything. But it still works. It's still an awesome tool that you can use to automate the workflow. So if you want to, use Python, if you want to use Coqui TTS, I also use Stability AI for the image generation. But that's also not free, Because also maybe if you have access to the Gemini Pro, if you have access to the Gemini AI Pro, maybe as a student, you can also use that to maybe get the imaging API that is from Google. So you can use it to be generating images, clear cut images. But you can also use that Gemini to also access Google View. But the Gemini API I could only access Google Gemini 2.0 and Google Gemini 2.5. So that was how I ended up being limited with the whole thing. But I still want you to see this so that if you also want, I can share the code with you in case you want to also duplicate it as well and set it up. Let's get to it.
So as you can see, you go through this, you see all the functions from main.py. I vibe coded this with Gemini. You can also vibe code it as well. We have all the visual module.py, skip module.py. This is one that I did before on coffee. So let's go through it.
Most historical sagas look like a children's bedtime story. Visual, quick montage of diverse people drinking coffee in different settings, bustling cities, quiet homes, serene caves, perhaps.
So you cannot check the other project, that one that has to do with Bermuda Triangle. It's a video that we can also check the script to see the script. This script is clean, unlike the other one. And you can also check the images. I got these images using Pollination's AI. It does not require any API key, so I was able to get those images. Let's check the voiceover.
Imagine this: a clear sky, a smooth sea, a routine flight, or a calm voyage. Then, without a whisper, without a single distress call, they are gone.
So now I'm going to check the stock music. I got the stock music from YouTube. We can also check it with that background sound. Now let's play the full song comprising of all
Imagine
the sounds.
this: a clear sky, a smooth sea, a routine flight, or a calm voyage. Then, without a whisper, without a single distress call, they are gone, vanished, forever, no wreckage.
So that's how it turned out. Now I want to create another topic. So I'll just enter history of the Crusades and it will generate a script using Gemini. Uses Gemini for the script generation and it will store it. So when I go over to the new project tag that you got, I can now see all the projects, the name and the title. Everything has already been logged for me. The next thing that will run now to generate is the voiceover. So when you run it, Coqui TTS will immediately start to transcribe that text to speech. So it will be decoding and be transferring everything.
For centuries, across continents, a storm brewed, fueled by zeal, ambition, and a desperate crave for salvation. This is the story of a conflict so monumental, so deeply etched.
Okay, so that's the voiceover. Now let's go and generate visuals. For this visual, I'll be generating it using Stability AI. They gave me some free credits. I also have not exhausted it all. So now I'll use the Stability AI to generate the images, but I'll be using Google Gemini for the prompts. So you can see it has already generated 34 image prompts for me. Now Stability AI will be generating the images. As you can see, it's generating. I just hope it will be enough. And then let's go and wait and see. Generated 4 of 34. Generating. Okay, the thing is, Gemini actually stopped generating the images. So I was no longer getting the images that I wanted. But these are the ones that Stability AI got for me. These are all the images that Stability AI brought. And that's it. Now we run the edit where we'll compile both the background sound, the voiceover generated from Coqui, and the images. It will compile everything to become a full video. So it's running now. Wait a minute. Very soon it's done. Looks like I may have to speed it up myself, but it will compile everything all together. So we got an error here, but anyway, we got the video. So now let's go and check the video and see what got. Now this is the final video. Let's play and see.
Imagining a world where faith was a weapon, where the sacred could justify the unspeakable, a world where empires clashed, not just for land or gold, but for the very soul of humanity. For centuries, across continents, a storm brewed, fueled by zeal, ambition, and a desperate crave for salvation. This is the story of a conflict so monumental, so deeply etched into history, that its echoes still resonate today. This is the story of the Crusades, a name that conjures images of knights, epic battles, and unwavering devotion. But what if everything you thought you knew about these holy wars was a carefully constructed myth? What if the truth was far stranger, far darker, and infinitely more complex than any simple tale of good versus evil? Prepare to journey into a forgotten past, where faith and fanaticism forged a new world from the ashes of the old. The year is 1095. 1095.
Yes, I noticed Coqui TTS voiceovers have some distortions. They can have distortions that are not really that cute. So I don't really have a special recommendation for this, but I would say you can run it again if you encounter that kind of distortion. Yes.
Europe, a patchwork of kingdoms and duchies, is hungry. Hungry for land, for power, for purpose. But beyond their borders, a different kind of hunger gnaws at the Byzantine Empire, the last bastion of the Roman world in the east. For decades, the Seljuk Turks, a powerful Islamic dynasty, have been pushing westward, encroaching on Byzantine lands, threatening the very gates of Constantinople. Emperor Alexios Ikomaios, desperate, sends a plea to the west. He asks for mercenaries for help. What he gets, however, is far more than he bargained for. In November of that year, Pope Urban VIII stands before a massive assembly in Clermont, France. His words ripple through the crowd, igniting a firestorm.
So that's it for the whole process. You know, you can also use 11 Labs, like I mentioned earlier, and during this Black Friday season, I even got a mail from 11 Labs that with $1, you can access 11 Labs. I think that's also a generous offer, right? So you can also access the voiceover. The reason why I have not done that yet is because I'm trying to like set up my YouTube. So you can also access 11 Labs. And there is also this channel that I learned from someone. It's called Gen AI. So with this Gen AI, you can get 11 Labs, even ChatGPT at a much slower rate. So you can also explore those options. And for the images, like I mentioned, Stability AI was not able to generate all the images. My credit was exhausted. You know, they give free credit on Stability AI. So I decided to opt for, I had to do it manual via image effects. So, you know, the whole automating stuff, you have to use paid tools, especially in the case of voiceovers and image generation. But that's only if you're automating. If you're working manually, you can access most of these tools. You can access Gemini free, right? You can access Gemini TTS free. You can even access image effects like I did free. So that's if you're working, if you're automating it. So because they won't let you access the APIs for free. Even Open API will not let you, Open AI will not let you access the APIs for free. That's it.